My name is Matt. This is the third part of my assignment, which is the psychological effects of a sports injury. In this part of the assignment, I will explain the impacts of a sports injury on the performer and how it affects both physically and mentally. When a sports performer has had an injury, it is usually easy to determine the extent of the injury by the performer's reaction. For example, if the performer is unconscious and unresponsive, it is a good indication that they have suffered a serious injury. There are many different types of injuries that a sports performer can pick up, and they all have different impacts and implications. For example, a bone injury is usually more severe than a muscle injury, because a bone injury will usually require a longer recovery period and can also require surgery, whereas a muscle injury usually has a shorter recovery period and doesn't require surgery. The severity of an injury can have a massive impact on the effects psychologically and physically. For example, a career-ending injury, which is life-changing for a performer, can have massive implications leading to mental health issues such as depression. Whereas a minor injury, such as a pulled muscle, will have little implications on a performer's life, as there will be a clear road to recovery, and they will be returning to their sport as soon as possible. There are many different sports and many different positions in each sport, which have their own injury possibilities. However, some sports are more dangerous than others. For example, table tennis is one of the safest sports, with injuries being very rare and of low severity, in comparison to rugby, with injuries being very frequent and in some cases life-changing. It is important that a performer makes a full psychological and physical recovery before returning to competitive sport. This is to reduce the chance of regaining another injury or even the same injury by being unfit to perform. For example, if a performer has sustained a muscle injury, such as a pulled hamstring, and they do not complete a full recovery, then the chances of them re-injuring the hamstring are increased due to the inadequate recovery.